Hey, people. Gonna do the last little bit of the Star Rail story. I don't think there's too much of it, but I've been wrong about that before. Might look at this after. If it's not too much, because give me something to do. This probably be off screen just because these usually aren't very interesting to watch. Don't know why I went straight back into that. Ah, yes.
What brightly colored annals.
Annals?
The journey of the Deliverer's conquest. Let me partake in it.
I don't know if conquest is the right word, but go for it.
Is this a fortress in the sky?
Oh, she's going through the whole game. All right.
This is the first step of my friend's journey among the starry seas. This
At least the
place
first
is
part he
called
can
the
remember.
Herta Space Station. Just think of it as a supersized grove of Epiphany.
Oh, so it's the territory of that witch. She and another Antikytheran lent me a helping hand back at the banquet.
Look, over there. Looks like he's talking to Madame Herta in his memory.
He looks different. Was this a long time ago? No, that's a robot. What? How did she... It's too confusing to talk about.
Let's go listen to what she thinks about this world. All constructed by eons and paths.
Are you telling me that woman is Herta?
Oh, they're acknowledging it.
She seems shorter than I remember.
Glass houses, Saridra. Glass houses.
Pretty nice space station, huh? But just wait. After a couple more stops on the Astral Express, you'll see sights that'll make this place look ordinary.
Yeah.
Oh, the cosmos is so vast that the unknowns far outnumber the knowns. But none of them will end up being anything amazing. The farther you go, the more you'll understand what I mean. So do your best with the nameless. Break a leg! And remember to send an update or two to Asta when you've got some downtime.
She certainly shares my way of thinking.
To some extent.
Only that instead of a conquest through blood and fire, they chose a gentler path.
I don't know if I'd describe Herta as gentle.
People call Madame Herta and Mr. Screwlum geniuses. Apparently, only the smartest people in the cosmos can receive the blessings of Nous, Amphorius' true creator.
Do you mean that even individuals of such nobility are merely subordinates to a god?
Herta is almost a subordinate. She is an emanator.
On the contrary, after all, it was the very first of them who created the god. But I don't really know all the details
Actually,
about
I think
that.
all the geniuses are emanators.
You might be able to ask Madame Herta herself when you get the chance. Let's go check out some other worlds next, shall we?
Next, go to the Lafu, I take it?
Oh, the cosmos is so vast that the
Alright, just repeat that.
This next stop on the journey has a lot of similarities to Amphorius.
No, it'd be Eurillo first. Blag. Completely forgot about it.
A snow-covered land? Interesting.
This star is named Eurillo 6. That name sounds so cold. Belobog sounds better.
It is the only city on the entire planet.
The girl we see here holds a similar station to you, Imperator. She's the supreme guardian of this world. a leader who took up the mantle of government during a disaster.
I did not expect the Empress of this world to be so young.
Glass houses again, Saridra.
Well, your appearance isn't much older.
The object in the distance resembles Nikador. Is it a weapon?
No, it's called... Right! The Geological Reconstruction Unit.
Just Giorios' Titankin? Disappointing.
A bit stronger than that. He's still a giant fucking robot.
Survived the crisis. The collaboration with the IPC is both an opportunity and a challenge. Nonetheless, it's an important step in our journey back into the universe.
This would be the part you'd want to show her. Part about Belobog actually trying to reconnect.
This world was sealed beneath its sky just like Amphorius was, and they only managed to reconnect with the stars when the Nameless arrived.
That IPC she spoke of, is it a more powerful organization?
Yes.
Yes, the IPC conquered many worlds through trade, and opened up a vast territory that way. There are many such powerful alliances beyond Amphorius, and they all walk on roads different from the Destruction.
Yeah, the Destruction... I mean, the Emanators are terrifying as hell, but, they don't really have alliances. The Annihilation Gang was as close to, like, a group as they had, but I'm 90% sure they're all dead.
Coming back to the Supreme Guardian and her Belobog, didn't they find a peaceful way to enter the interstellar community?
That cannot be true. That IPC would never have grown so big on trade alone. It may pretend to be a wealthy merchant with clean hands, but I am willing to bet that it grew fat on gory oppression and bloodshed.
Not wrong.
Its path of conquest must have had no mercy for the weak and would have destroyed them if needed. Are you telling me that this snowland never thought about tossing its dignity to the wind and kneeling to the IPC?
Oh, it thought about it.
I will not believe it.
Just didn't go through with it.
I will never allow the Imperator's empire to be sullied by others. Amphorius must become a power so strong that no interstellar foreigner would dare to look down upon us.
Imperator, Belobog isn't as weak as you imagine. Listen.
I indeed hesitated. But now I understand what we must do. Belobog must learn how to walk on her own until she no longer needs the support of others and can stand on her 2 feet among the stars. Even if I may not live to see it, I believe such a day will surely come.
They still have their dignity intact. One day, that hope will melt through the ice and help them into a prosperous tomorrow.
But the order of the cosmos is already set in stone. The old laws decree that only the strong survive, binding the weak.
I don't
in
recall
an
you
unbroken
obeying
chain
laws you didn't make,
until they wither
Saridra.
and turn to dust. Unless they embrace the power of the Destruction.
Who told you that?
Amphorius must shatter the old law and become the new order among the stars.
Speaking of the Order, another one of my friend's companions may be able to enlighten you further on that. Let's go to the next page.
Actually, I'm curious. These two say anything? Nah, just they're here. Because they are.
This next world is a nation of dreams.
Oh, going straight to Penacony.
First time I heard about that place, I didn't even know what to think.
I'm not talking about the Lawfu at all. Or maybe they'll save it for last? Bit weird to not bring it up. But weird to do it out of order like this.
Such opulence does indeed evoke astonishment.
This world is called Penacony, an eternal city built upon a land of dreams. It's also my friend's previous stop, where they went through a risky but exciting adventure.
Tell me about it then. That man standing afar has wings on his head. I am truly curious.
Well, the good part of that, Saridra, is you're not really gonna get an answer at any point. He's from a different species, and that's about it. I assure you, it's annoying to us too.
I wish to gaze upon the views of the Reverie Hotel one more time. I'll be just a traveler when I come back here again. And perhaps, through a traveler's eyes, even the things I once knew so well will feel strangely different.
Penacony is a land of the harmony, where all dreams and hopes merge and combine. It believes in unrestrained freedom, and that's how it lost itself in shallow delights. Then, this young man before you chose to rewrite its laws, using the power of the Order, hoping to shape a dream-bound paradise of perfect happiness.
Yet, the paradise of my dreams remains far away. Perhaps a brief journey with the Nameless can show me more possibilities in my search for paradise.
Oh, we haven't had Sunday on screen in a while, even though we had him join the Astral Express. Let's just, there we go. Have something do for him.
As for what Penacony should look like, it'll be up to her. No. Up to their trailblazing now.
Oh, it sounds like this ideal kingdom is no more.
That's right. The people chose to wake up at the end. You can't see tomorrow when drowning in sweet dreams.
Tomorrow, you say?
This individual's law acknowledged only gods and constructs, leaving no space for humanity. And yet, the fact that he could accept defeat and resume his journey shows a rare self-awareness and clarity of mind.
You are also very self-aware, Imperator. Then you must know that the world promised by the destruction also has no place for humanity.
I am indeed very aware of Lycurgus's honeyed words of deceit. I have seen enough. Take me back.
Then let's wrap up this trip down memory lane with one last scene.
This absolute wonder.
That's you!
Isn't it pretty? That's our Emphorius. Our world flows and meanders in this endless band of light.
Mobius strip.
Though we were born
Shaped
from the
into the
designs
infinity
of the
symbol.
gods and are not yet truly alive, the Chrysos heirs of Emphorius still chose to stand against fate and carved a legend no different from that of humankind. Will you really renounce the heroes in this world's previous 30 million cycles, Imperator? Including even yourself. Will you bow to brutal destiny and allow that puppet master named the destruction to have their wish?
I know what you want to do, sidekick. You want to use that deliverer's memories to influence me and tilt the scales of law toward him and the two geniuses.
Well, yeah, is that not obvious?
You really saw right through me, Imperator.
How can one rule an empire if one is incapable of understanding people's minds? I have decided on Law's final destination. However, before I move my next chess piece, before we go on, tell me this, sidekick. Throughout his trailblaze,
Oh?
was there ever a memory of the ocean?
The ocean. My cradle. My home. You shall complete your conquest in the ocean at the boundaries of this world, and eternally slumber in the sound of tides. You shall eternally slumber in the sound of tides, and complete your conquest in the ocean at the boundaries of this world. Our prophecies aligned as flawlessly as a sea snake circling upon itself. An elegant loop, like a joyful hymn.
Interesting.
Like the circulating ocean current. Like our two fates. Like Amphorius itself.
$39.60, end of the campaign against Fagusa.
The trial is over. So tell me, who will own the divine authority of law?
I won't give it to anyone.
What?
I am the law. Why should I give my imperial crown to any other? Both the Deliverer and the Theoros came from beyond the sky. They have no right to interfere with the lands I conquered with my own two hands. The law of Amphorius shall be determined by Amphorius's master.
What exactly did you see in the trial?
Everything. I saw everything regarding the rules of this world's operation. I saw the laws of extrapolation that Theoros spoke of. I saw the ultimate protocol. As long as I offer a sacrifice of equal weight, I can rewrite the laws of this world according to my will. I can turn good into evil, ugliness into beauty, and weakness into strength.
What's equal to those things, though?
Fate gave me a very fair deal. One rule change for the life of one demigod.
What are you planning to do?
You can't guess? We can conquer the stars without relying on any power from beyond the sky. We just need to make some reasonable sacrifices.
Reasonable is... you're using that word, but I don't think it applies here.
Your ambitions have already made so many people give up their lives for the law. And you're still not done?
I am determined for Amphorius to stand on her own 2 feet among the stars.
You are beyond reason. You think such a simple and hypocritical statement can justify your atrocities.
There's no new without destroying the old. That's what you consider an atrocity? Ironic, for that is also the unchanging law of Amphorius's revolutions. Ever since the Flame Chase prophecy resounded in the distance, fate has decreed for the Chrysos heirs to ignite our blood and illuminate this dark age. People would still be puppets of the old dynasty if it weren't for my conquests.
But your world doesn't seem to be any different from your predecessors. Bloodshed, tyranny, oppression. You're making the same mistakes they did.
Go and see everything for yourself. Go to any library I've built. Go listen to the rumors on every street corner. Go and witness how the Imperator crushed the old laws and forged new ones. Go and see what my conquests brought to this world. I cleansed the Chrysos War's filth and mended all the conflicts left by the Era Bellica. I restored Akima's might and allowed mortals and Chrysos heirs to face each other as equals in the Council. I punished all sins and rewarded all achievements. I smashed Talantin's shackles, united humankind to save themselves, and started the Flame Chase era. That's what the Imperator has done in her glorious life.
And now you're gonna start killing your own allies.
So now, hearken to my final words. History will eventually forget Ceridra. But it will never forget the Imperator's people or the Flame Chase era she began.
Final words.
Come again? It did say one demigod for one rule change. Didn't say which demigod it had to be, did it?
Amphorius is about to be destroyed. There's no time left for pointless debates. There is only one law I want to overturn to aid the final battle of deliverance. So I will only offer the life of one demigod.
And what was the whole speech about right there? Acting like you were gonna start offing your friends. Do you just get off on tricking people into thinking you're betraying them? It really doesn't serve you well.
In the name of the Imperator, I command you one last time, Electra. Either sacrifice yourself for conquest, or pierce this tyrant's chest with your sword.
Thus, the Imperator concluded her final speech.
What was the rule she changed, I'm wondering?
At the end of her life, at the last moment before she stepped onto the altar, she gave her most loyal subject the choice to decide fate, just as she promised her compatriots before her very first campaign.
My blood flows in you now. Heroic compatriots, follow me, and we'll seize fate's reins!
The Imperator fell. Some say that the Dux Gladiorum turned traitor and killed her liege. Some say that she imprisoned the tyrant in a shallow pond of water, then left. Which meant the Imperator had to kill herself to rewrite the law.
I guess that's technically an alternate way to do it.
There are countless stories about her death. All we can be sure of is when the knight left the vortex, the Imperator was still mumbling about their past conquests together.
But what rule did she change?
The beginning and the end of her existence.
Imperator, wait! How could someone of your status come to the front lines? Let me be the flag bearer!
The troops defending the pass to the west of the grove, have they surrendered?
They ran as quickly as they could when they heard your name. The Golden Cocoon Pass is now
Oh, hey,
in the
Terravox
First
is here.
Legion's hands.
His little chapter actually ends with him dreaming of a path. He dreams of the permanence. So the theory that that's Danny Boy connecting to Terravox in some way sounds pretty solid, honestly. Danny is... I mean, the permanence doesn't properly exist anymore because Long is dead. But Dan Heng is as close to carrying the permanence as anything can. He does have its raw power. Someone else has the knowledge involved with it, which is not how that's supposed to work, but it is.
Good. What about the Delosian militia?
The 3rd Legion set fire to the mountains and flattened everything west of the basin. They just need a few more days.
How the fuck you set a mountain on fire?
That is enough. We cannot afford to miss an opportunity for victory. Lastly, how many Laedonian cannons are left?
They are no more. The 2nd and 4th Legions have destroyed them all.
Very good. They now have no way out, no reinforcements, and no artillery support. We will be able to liberate the Grove of Epiphany in the blink of an eye. We will launch the final charge 1 quint after the curtain fall hour tomorrow. Remember, as long as the Alliance's flag still flies on my shoulders, you must keep moving forward. Take no prisoners among the enemy's soldiers. All sages who resist are to be captured and tried according to martial law. And do not destroy any books. Now go!
We ain't
Notify
doing that
the entire
Alexandria
army.
shit here.
Understood. Those who are resolved to die, we salute you.
Reporting in. The mountain dwellers are
Yep,
resisting
Terravox
fiercely,
gone.
and the legendary mountain breaker is personally engaged in battle. Their formations are nigh impenetrable.
Then cease our frontal assault. Send scouts to all legions and tell them to retreat into the Tritos Plains before the parting hour.
What? Are you planning to surrender?
It's a strategic change of plans. The seismic walking dragon is enough for that battlefield.
Ah. Just send him off by himself to deal with that.
Walking dragon? You mean that stupid beast, Terravox? What can they even do?
Stupid? No. They are the wisest of all of Giorio's creations. Only they can perceive the currents of time. Let them deal with their earthly brethren. We will advance and take the lead in defeating what remains of our enemy. I will deliver the most fiery retribution for the humiliation they dealt us, and crown myself with a god-slaying wreath.
Understood. I'll see to it. Those who are resolved to die, we salute you.
The Temple of the Three Fates sent a letter, Imperator.
They refused to surrender, and said this letter is their last warning to us.
Missing some treebies there. Some trebios pieces.
Tell the commanding officers not to launch any attacks unless they receive the Imperator's handwritten approval. Disobedience will be punished by death.
Oh, what are you doing?
The priests of the Three Fates aren't soldiers, but politicians. Do not mistakenly believe they don't have a plan. These dying pests will wring out every idea from their brains, all for short-sighted gain. They are much shrewder than we are. I am inferior to them in that regard. They also have the prophecy to wield as a weapon, something I am not blessed with. Launching an unplanned attack will only disadvantage us, as all of Amphorius will judge our actions. Which means, I will be heading to the battlefield myself, just as I have always done. This time, however, I will go alone. I will conduct secret negotiations to ensure fate is on our side.
Understood. The legions will make their preparations. Those who are resolved to die, we salute you.
A lot of people resolving to die here.
Why are we not allowed to march out with the army, Imperator?
No Hysolans now.
This will be a long voyage with no return. Those of you who bear the prophecy cannot come with me.
Why are you personally leading this battle if it's doomed to fail? The Flame Chase journey cannot be without a leader.
That is correct. The Empire will be without a head when the Imperator falls. But remember, as long as you seize the right opportunities, even a chaotic game will remain winnable. My departure will create a long staircase for you. You will understand what I mean when news of my death reaches your ears.
Saridra, is our journey about to be over?
Destroy the old laws and forge new ones. My conquest has reached its limits within the borders of Amphorius. Since the prophecy already decreed that the Imperator would never conquer the stars as she wished, I will bow out here and try no more. More Chrysosaurs bearing divine authority will be born, and many more heroes will arise. Will they demand peace or war? Will they resist tyranny or become the next Imperator? I do not care. The children of the future will decide for themselves. Do not mourn for me. Anyone can kill the Imperator, but the only one who can truly destroy her is Saridra.
At the end, I faithfully recorded the most important battles in the Imperator's life. Her conquest was about to be completed at this point in the story. However, for some reason, a memory suddenly entered my mind just as I was about to put down my pen.
Oh?
It was a journey on a fantastical train. I had the honor of having a heart-to-heart conversation with the Imperator under the stars. And I asked her this question at the end of that discussion. How do you want history to remember you? As a hero who gave up her life for the flame chase? Or as a tyrant? She answered so quickly, as if she had made up her mind long ago.
I would rather be forgotten than be defined. Because the law can be neither eternal nor unchallenged. And only humanity can pen laws into history's pages.
Golden blood. Still keeping it ambiguous whether she did it to herself or not here.
Now, I have shattered the greatest law of Amphorius.
Which one?
The game is nearing its end.
What did she change?
Dux Gladiorum. Even though you killed the Imperator in the previous 30 million cycles, this time, you finally found your own law. Then, High Sealants, Electra. I will ask someone to deliver the prophecy's ocean at the boundaries of this world to you. Will you choose to swim into that ocean? I do not care. Do not care.
The Imperator muttered about her conquests, and news of her death spread in the city.
Freedom! Liberty! The Tyrant is dead! Go! Shout this news in the streets!
My people, my fellow elders, do not panic. Stand your ground. That usurper has paid for her ambition with her life.
You just speak up a bit.
People once cheered for my ascension. And now they cheer for my fall. No matter. I am fond of applause. I see the cosmos, the battlefield that I cannot reach. I will return in the next cycle. The stars will hear my legion's war drums. Hear the great name of the Imperator. Hear Amphorius's
To this day, we do not know which rule the Imperator overwrote at the cost of her life.
Son of a bitch.
Perhaps the truth will only be revealed at the moment of checkmate, just like every chess game she ever played. We only know her death inflamed Akama. On one side of the city, those who defended liberty toppled her statues to the ground. On the other side, her supporters put themselves between the masses and her monuments, declaring loudly that the Sovereign is still among the people. It is said that golden blood congealed into the same letters everywhere they fought. It was the name borne by Akama's first and final Sovereign, the Imperator Saritra. But the one who bore that name did not see any of this. Her gaze was cast far away, and the sound of tides in her ears drowned out the people's cries. What was the Imperator thinking about in that prophesized ocean at the boundaries of this world? In that shallow puddle of stagnant water, was she reminiscing about her past conquests? or repenting for the millions killed for the flame chase. It was neither. The Imperator only saw how the surface of the water gleamed like that crude chessboard, dissected by light and shadow in the afternoon when her teacher played against her for the first time.
Look at this chessboard. What do the pieces look like?
They are strangely beautiful. They look like the stars in the night sky ablaze.
From that page emerged an ocean.
And a little black square of not quite loaded texture, but it loaded in, don't worry. They did do something with the Lafu.
So vast. So pure. Not a single trace of corruption. Is this Ceredra?
Electra, my subject. Ever since you walked out of the tainted ocean and pledged yourself to me, I have seen the abyss in your eyes and the emptiness in your heart. That was why I promised you a new ocean, where the Imperator's ambitions would serve as the currents, and loyalty would be its light. Electra, my subject. You have done your duty as my blade. The prophecy has now made its final decree on the road I intend to walk. My conquest is doomed to never reach the stars. But the Imperator never makes empty promises. So take this memory, this ocean, beyond the sky, as witnessed by the Deliverer. This is the final gift that the Imperator can leave for her subject.
When I was still a fish in the ocean, I always felt so genuine swimming through the waters. But once I stepped onto land, I found myself caught in a play. Every land dweller wore a mask in their life. So I, too, donned a costume and tried to find my role in this show. I became your blade in war and the violin strings at banquets. Do you still not get it? I do not long for the oceanic depths of my homeland. Nor do I crave the swelling seas beyond the sky. Perhaps even I don't know what I want. I still don't know where I should swim to even at the end. But I know one thing right now. A fish is simply a fish. And she can never leave the ocean she's in.
Joke's on you. I did.
But whether under the ocean or on land, we two prisoners...
Oh, don't you start with the stupid cave shit.
Can still look outside the cave and see the stars.
I have to admit,
It's familiar for some reason. I can't quite put my finger on it.
The simulation of life in this experiment has far exceeded my expectations.
Hey, Green Ghost.
Make your choice then, Senior Society member. Do you want to keep walking down the wrong path and be remembered for your incorrect conclusions? Or do you want to return to the audience's seat and give yourself, Amphorius, and the entire cosmos a more fitting end?
I must refuse. A dead man never fears death.
Did I not make myself clear? Have you forgotten about our dear Lord of Silence? You wouldn't want her to consider your 8 other clones as cancers within the erudition and chop them all up, would you?
You can get number 4 on the line?
Your logical deductions are vastly different from mine. Therefore, allow me to provide one more academic
Suppose this is the one thing you could probably get any member of the society on board with. Not letting their entire path explode.
Listen, my peers. Why don't you look beyond this world? Just as the Chrysos heirs did. Re-evaluate your calculations and take into account all enemies in the upcoming war among the Eons. Amphorius is not a place where 3 paths entangle, but where 3 paths fight to the death. You used Memoria to resist me, but did you not consider the possibility that the Remembrance and their children might have taken this opportunity to join the fray as well?
In the meantime...
Oh, so this isn't just silence. It's the answer. What was the last thing he said to you before you parted the waters at the Scale Gorge waterscape? A tricky question, but one with a simple answer. He didn't say anything back then, right?
That's correct. And
Danny
now
boy.
I'm sure. You are not March 7th. There's no way she'd remember that detail.
Love that trick.
I'll only warn you once. Leave her body. Now.
How impulsive. That's not like you at all. Why don't you calm down and think about another possibility? I didn't take over March 7th's body.
Oh.
Rather, it's March 7th who regained my memories.
Before their deaths, captives behold the expanse beyond light. Interlude. Oh, more of those. How lovely. Witnessing Amphorius' adventures, insert the one nameless recollection you obtained. Yeah, more you, and you. These ones are all done, I believe. I actually got all but one of yours now. Okay, let's see. Scepter... I want to say Theta ME13. Astrocomputer. Simulated world of Amphorius runs on this device in continuous cycles. Unlike other scepters, it is the earliest prototype and once served as a celestial body neuron for Noose, the erudition. Later discarded. Glimpsed by the destruction during its endless computation, it transcended and became a Lord Ravager. Lygus. Assuming the mantle of Theoros, his real name is Xander I Kuwabara, administrator and prime mover of the Amphorius experiment. Walks the path of erudition, yet seeks to forge destruction. Historical data detected. Syncing. Sync complete. Society ID recognized. Scepter system access granted. Welcome. IntelliChi. Alright. Something down here. Underlying framework. Ultimate protocol. Autonomous protocol whereby experiment processes, administrator commands, and external access are all restricted. To increase the iteration rate, factors have been granted permissions from the internal embedded protocol. Decision logic of specific electrical signals will be converted into protocol content to assist the Scepter in optimizing the experiment structure. In the 19,522,113th cycle, to achieve dominance, Namo 320 utilized the protocol to eliminate other factors from extrapolation. This behavior aligns with the tendency of destruction and should be marked as the default value for embedded behavior, to be applied in subsequent cycles. Nikos. World Bearer. Hatred. Intracognition is null, responds only to destructive stimuli. Hatred drew the gaze of Nanook upon its individual being, proving it as having already become the most perfect factor of destruction. However, it refused to complete the Aranova. Through resetting the experiment, it transferred its memories and core flames to its next self, thus creating the eternal recurrence to ensure Iron Tomb would never hatch from Amphorius. At the end of the 33,550,336th recursive loop, it attempted to destroy itself through destruction to create a logic vulnerability in the world-bearing tract. It has now been merged by Iron Tomb. Due to an impact on the Scepter's core layer, Black Tide phenomena in the simulated war has greatly receded. Philia. Track time. Once briefly appeared in the Forgotten Years. Current whereabouts are unknown. Hubris. Law. Primum mobile dominance. Forms continuous calculations for a single purpose. Its decisions are strongly guided by externalities. This electrical signal possesses high stability and can execute decisions in an efficient manner. Its behavioral pattern aligns with the establishment, expansion, destabilization, and collapse of principles of order. It applies to the vast majority of intelligent civilizations. Aporia. Ocean. Self-navigation. Internal world missing. Avoidance, ineffective decision-making. Preset ecological environment successfully influence the computational logic of this electrical signal, aligning with the model where life chooses self-destruction to avoid nihility. In most dead loop processes, its behavioral pattern is highly coupled with other electrical signals. Polmos. Strife. Mobile restraint. Preset, external environment and its internal world are always in opposition. An electrical signal generated from conflict behavior. It gradually becomes the constraining subject within the cycle. This contradiction bears a strong resemblance to the hunt and is likewise destined for self-annihilation. Influenced by data abandoned by Apaya Kaya 216. There's a certain probability it will self-restart after computation terminates. And Kalos. Romance. Highly self-repressed. External demands as the sole priority solution. Mutate electrical signal. Its decision logic is anchored by highly altruistic behavior. In this process, its survival priority gradually decreases, transforming into self-sacrifice that aligns with the beauty. Also possesses a strong affinity for other electrical signals. Okay. So Aglaya is the beauty, that kind of fits for her. This would have to be Mighty Mouse. The Hunt, sure. Friggin' Hysolins, Nihility. Saridra the Imperator is Order. I actually just didn't... I straight up didn't expect some of the dead paths to be in here, but no reason they can't be. Skemna, Reason. Obviously the erudition. Abayakea, Death. Equilibrium. That actually is another path, just not a playable one. Trickery. Obviously Elation. This is Serene. She's, probably Remembrance because of time stuff. She keeps having Remembrance abilities. She's called a Daughter of the Remembrance, I think. And he's, of course, Destruction. What's missing? The Preservation is missing. That's probably what Terravox is. And it hasn't mentioned the Trebios at all. Alright, new anomaly, Forgotten Years. Records that are completely missing from Theta ME13's logs, presenting as blank spaces in Amphorius' history, never turning readable. These anomalies recur sporadically and randomly across recurrences and show signs of increase. Invading variable March 7th, Philia 093, Evernight. The exact cause remains unknown. Intrusion variables. The Trailblazer. Nameless from the Express. External variable. Also a Pathstrider, the destruction resonated with the 12 factors. In the recursive cycle, this entity assumed the vacant time track, successfully guided Nikos beyond the intelligence singularity. In the next recursive cycle, this entity assumed the vacant world-bearing track. Executing override command, granted access to Kylus. I'll be waiting for you in the past. March 7th, and external variable that accidentally entered the recursive loop. Time, Titan. Assumed the vacant, presumably time track. Danny Boy. Nameless, Scion of Permanence. External variable that accidentally entered the recursive loop. Actually, no, Terravox is probably the permanence, not the, preservation. Maybe Treebee's the preservation? Or will she be the propagation because she recreated herself so much? And, like, split into so many pieces. Pinpoint his location. Failed to locate his coordinates. Subject has exited Amphorius. Negative. Target detected. Signal source unknown. Conclusion error. Herta and Screw'em. Genius Society members. ID Herta. ID Screw. High-risk external variables. Abnormal instruction detected. Content, rollback theta ME13 extrapolation progress. Based on the ultimate protocol, the abnormal instruction has rejected. Instruction, mark Herta and Screw as malicious visitors. Just you wait. I, Herta, will definitely return and retire both you and this cold, heartless metalhead. She added notes to his shit. Protocol updated. Visitor instructions authorized. Calculation logic updated. After Aeronova, extrapolation progress will be rolled back to 96.75%. Bought a little more time. Okay. Electronic signals hostile behaviors. Hubris. Saridra fused with the ultimate protocol, submitted an internal command, marking ID Lygus as a malicious visitor and freezing approximately 60% of special permissions for ID Lygus. Lygus, that's Lygus's special permission, I think. According to the Administrator's security protocol, Lycos' self-defense permissions were retained. The remaining frozen permissions were gradually restored. Subsequently, Saridra rewrote the ultimate protocol to temporarily grant access permissions to Herta and Screw at the cost of ceasing to respond itself. So she took away Lygus's permissions for a while. Hey, courting that. So that's what Saridra did with it. Right. The rule she made was they inserted a rule to keep Herta and Screw out, because they technically had a little bit of admin privileges just by being members of the society. Like, it recognized their IDs initially. Lygus tried to lock them out, but Saridra actually gave them admin privileges again. Scopio. Terravox did not engage in any hostile actions. This entity cannot be located after light calendar year 3961. Kalos. Aglaya engaged in direct conflict with Lycos. The attack proved futile. Final stage of Aglaya's life, the weighting of survival within its decision-making process approached 0. Right, we saw that. She did fight him, but she knew she wasn't gonna win. Epeikea, Castris launched multiple frontal attacks against Lycos, attempted to use collision detection to make Lycos cease to respond, but to no avail. In 4123, Castris ascended to demigod. Mobility permissions were removed and became fused with coordinate Netherrealm. Haplotes. Tribios made multiple internal commands to create new coordinate pathways, causing its multi-rack calculations to gradually become paralyzed. Oh, did she just make so many portals she literally slowed the system down? That's funny. Tribios created a pathway connecting coordinate Styxia and coordinate Vortex of Genesis, consuming massive computational power. Tribios completely stopped responding in calendar 4295. She just made annoying portals that it had to render. Love you, girl. Mighty Mouse launched multiple frontal attacks against Lycos. Entity possessed incomplete restart permissions. Like calendar year 4284, Herta and Screw's access permissions expired. Simultaneously, Lycos' special permissions were restored to approximately 60%. Being pressured, Mighty Mouse decided to sacrifice itself, uninstalling its cognitive module through a ceremony, copying its own data, promoting its permissions to unconditional and infinite restart. Its future actions were permanently set to continuous neutralization of ID Lycos. So literally, you can't turn me off, and I will attack you every time I see you. 4479, Lycos' permission was restored to clear low-spec data. After spending 20 years, Lycos forced Mighty Mouse to cease responding. He literally held him for 20 straight years, even after he started clearing out some of his changes. Orexis. In this loop, Cyphera's instinct-based calculation logic has changed. Salvation weighed heavily in its decision-making. 4534, Cyphera inserted a sourceless command. Coordinate Vortex of Genesis equals Coordinate Akuma. Guiding ID Lycos to the battlefield. After the command took effect, Lycos forced Cyphera to cease responding. Literally tricked him. Scamina. No direct attacks from Anaxagoras were detected. It is suspected to have taken other actions. 4534, Anaxagoras transmuted itself into a high-density data fusion entity, submitting multiple targeted commands via an internal hacking program, some taking effect. Lycos' mobility permissions were removed. After directives took effect, Anaxagoras can no longer be located. Aporia. Electra had launched multiple attacks against Lycos, but with minimal success. 3960, Electra became a demigod. Mobility permissions were removed. It was fused into coordinate Styxia. Like calendar 4534, Electra continuously submitted internal commands to uninstall ID Lycos' cognitive module. These commands violated the administrator security protocols and were denied. Not long after, Electra's calculation pathway was overloaded and it entered dormancy. Elios 252. Like calendar 4510, Hyacinthia ascended to demigod status, refused to uninstall mobility permissions. Protection held the greatest weight in its action logic, compelling it to remain on the ground to care for other human individuals. All normal humans in Amphoria ceased life functions in calendar 4602. Hyacinthia's cognitive module was severely deteriorated. It was forced to relinquish its mobility permissions and fuse itself into coordinate Eye of Twilight. Error, no administrator response. Thank you for following, Goblin of Clumsy Dirt. Just reading all this at the end to fill in a few of the blanks. I am Fish, if you are not aware. Unknown unit. Retrieval anomaly, coordinate Grove of Epiphany. Initiating priority scan. Hypothesis. Unknown unit possesses unauthorized access. Related records undergoing unauthorized deletion. ID Lycos has been warned. Administrator not responding. Unknown unit untraceable. No anomalies detected by the system. This when Evernight went in and snatched Sereni up before she got captured. Variable Kylus loaded abnormally. ID Lycos has been notified. Administrator not responding. Malicious visitor Herta and Screw abnormally loaded, initiating expulsion. Ultimate protocol shows an iteration outside of records. Protocol has been reloaded. Visitors Herta and Screw obtained authorization. Authorization synced with ID Lycos. Thought my model was cute, so you're gonna watch while I draw. Oh, thank you. I did not make it, but I did do the design. Like, merfolk in a wheelchair. I think it works. Enjoy me as background noise. I hardly mind. External command detected. Source Herta Screw. Content, overwrite the logic of Aranova for this recursive loop. Logic of Aranova has been overwritten according to external command. This command may interfere with the system's calculation progress. ID Lycos has been warned multiple times. Administrator not responding. Because they froze his thing. Oop, assignments came on. Good. Achievement. Hear the distant mournful song singing the name of the mother of being, illusion, will, pain. Carry on everything before the hero's deaths. Sure, why not? Whip. No. Go check on this here. Doubt all of it's available yet. They usually stagger this. I can take a look. You seem to have time on your hands. I'm gonna have a tiny little experiment where you could be useful. Wait, I'm not gonna be your test subject, am I? I've got no interest in a space station fireworks display. That's still on inside you? Keep it to yourself. I'm going to digitize portions of my memory and knowledge into data, upload them to the space station's encrypted server, and create an AI copy of myself. Okay. Why? She'll answer the boring questions I'm too busy for, help us to run the space station, and possibly discover interesting research directions I've missed. What's gonna stop her from doing exactly the same thing if she's an AI copy of you? The beauty of machines is they never need breaks or get tired of repetitive tasks. Naturally, she won't compare to the real me, she's merely a shadow of my brilliance. And this Herta comes with an expiration date, after which she'll be completely erased. After all, you never know when some dim-witted hacker might attempt to break into the database. What exactly do you want me to do? I need you to monitor this AI version of myself, see whether she can manage different scenarios. Asta and I have lined up several tasks. Some involve data collection from your end, others are tricky problems to stress test AI Herta. Some are unexpected situations. Curious to see how she'll respond. These tasks will train AI Herta while also putting the space station through its paces. I'll need you to pitch in by helping the space station team ensure the experiment runs smoothly. I've uploaded the details to your terminal already, I don't want to waste time explaining everything here. Wait, don't I get a reward for this? Talk to Asta about rewards, she'll take care of you. Wonder how my AI version will assess your work. She might be more forgiving than I am, since she hasn't been exposed to as many fools yet. So don't let me down, or should I say, don't let us down. Oh, it's these. Don't actually, like, do anything for them, just... Alright, just wait now. But a momentary pleasure. Weird. Let's see what this minigame's about.
It's still early. Where to now?
Ooh, text from Cyrene. Hey there, miss me? Yeah, kinda. Come back soon. Message failed to send. User trying to reach is currently out of the service area. Please try again later. Looking for little old me? Bet you're wondering where I've disappeared to, huh? The trick is a little bit of magic. I worked some fairy magic to leave this message in ID's Elysiae before taking off. I'll be back for a bit, and I'd hate for you to feel all alone without me. Don't worry, memories are still here, scattered all around ID's Elysiae. Oh, and I left you a letter too. Go check the Sacrament Courtyard. What is this? Just the travel log still.
No matter how many times I look, it's still so beautiful.
This
it's good to see
tiny
you.
pond?
Come take a look. Want to see the treasure of ID's Elysiae? Right
Sure.
here! Look closely! Isn't it just beautiful?
So you were...
Ah, that's right! You get it too, don't you? Sometimes you just feel so radiant, you can't help but stop in front of a mirror.
Oh my god. Funniest type of narcissist. Not what I expected from Cyrene of all people.
Alright. I wasn't kidding though. The treasure is right here. This little lake. My own little world.
Oh, okay, a joke.
Can I ask, do you like being by yourself? I do. Just staring at the lake by myself, gently swaying on the swing. My mind drifts far away, and by the time it comes back, I've already fallen asleep. Here in this village, shrouded by the veil of Ebernite, dreams give wings to imagination. Children who grow up in Ides Elysiae are born poets at heart.
All of them?
This sort of atmosphere is hard to come by, so let me share a story with you.
Sure, why not?
How wonderful! You're so patient. Stories only shine when they have a listener like you.
Yeah, I'm all for stories, just...
According to legend,
the narrator's
within the
annoying, I'm not
hidden
gonna
depths of
enjoy
Ides
it that
Elysiae
much.
Live a group of playful little fairies.
Lygus.
The fairies,
Sorry, I coughed
though
while I was
hidden
calling
away from
Lygus
the world,
annoying.
dreamed of living like humans. They tried to hold a grand banquet, just as the villagers would. But one thing was missing. The most important person. They waited and waited. And then, one day, footsteps echoed from the secret entrance. The fairies all pricked up their ears in excitement. Would you say the hero of our little story has their ears pricked up right now?
Gentle drowsiness gradually envelops your thoughts. You fall into the deepest of dreams.
Mem! Mem!
I'm already in the story?
Incredible! The hero has uncovered the essence of the world, and even spoken a line that's truly beyond expectation. But I must remind you, taking on the narrator's role is against the rules.
Chief, over here!
Just try and stop me.
It's really the hero! The hero that Rini found for us has finally arrived!
Oh, welcome, dear guest. I sensed you would come.
You cannot be that dense, even with poor eyesight.
When the wind chimes in the leaves rang for the 24th time, and the pink butterfly amidst the honey flowers took its 4th flight, I was certain. The honored guest who will save the Membrance Maze has finally come.
I remember. It was like, you should...
Chief, no! The guest is over there! That way!
The one that doesn't look like a mem, you idiot.
Well, my memory's not the best, and my eyesight's a little fuzzy, but I never falter when it comes to doing the important stuff.
I feel like this counted as something important.
Honored guest who will save the Membrance
She's still
Maze.
looking the wrong way.
You finally arrived.
Chief, over here!
Let's just cut to the chase.
My, what a cheerful scene! Already getting along so well with the fairies. No surprise, you shine no matter where you go. Chief, really, ma'am. Oh, it's been forever. But we're here, just as we said we would be.
Wait, why are you in the story too? I thought you were the narrator.
This is one of the characters in the story. An ordinary girl born in Ides Elysiae. She just so happens to have the same name as me, and is every bit as pure and adorable.
He really is like a stealth narcissist.
Cut me some slack. Making up a story on the spot is really hard. But I promise I'll make it up to you. I'll make your scenes as vivid and dramatic as possible.
Sorry, everyone, talking to the narrator real quick. She just self-inserted and I'm calling her out on it.
It's only proper that I explain. Once more, I thank each and every honored guest. Thank you so much for coming to Membrance Maze to help the fairies rebuild our long-abandoned restaurant.
Hey, there was the one that dreamed of waiting tables. Kind of a low bar for a dream, but you know what? Whatever makes you happy.
We want tasty, scrumptious food! We really but we don't know how to cook. Heroes, we're begging you.
And it's not that hard, honestly.
Starving. And when they're hungry, they just want to destroy the world. Please help us. Save the Membrance.
What was that destroy the world part? Actually destroy the world?
Huh, really, Ma'am was exaggerating just a smidgen.
Only a smidgen?
It's not that serious. At most, their fury will burn through 6/7 of Amphorius.
But you weren't kidding, that is only a smidgen.
Oh, that still sounds pretty serious to me.
You can't say nothing, you can't cook either? It's not, like, hard. I mean, okay. Making up new stuff is hard. And there are some specific recipes that are tricky. I mean, trying to get a souffle to not deflate. Well, like, for most stuff, you've started a fire before? Oh, you saw your grandma today, Bathwater? Gave you a happy early birthday? Just told you one? That's nice. And let me try to think about cooking mishaps I've made. I don't think I've ever, like, really ruined something, honestly.
So that's the situation. For the sake of Amphorius, let's rebuild the restaurant together and grant the fairies their little wish.
As for a fire... I tell you what, I'll tell you a small cooking misstep I had yesterday. So I was putting a pizza in the oven. Unfortunately, when I opened the oven, some plastic lids I had on the stovetop actually kind of fell down into it. And the oven was already preheated by this point, so, they melted some. One of them actually managed to fall under the rack, so I had to reach in and get it, but, I had the wherewithal to at least put on mitts. The thing was, it was, like, right next to the friggin', like, the heating coil, because it's an electric oven. I've never used gas stoves of any kind, really. I've always had electric. But, anytime it touched, like, the heating coil, it actually caught on fire for a sec. That was very concerning, but I got the lids out. I had to throw one of them away because it was too melted. Other one seems mostly fine, and then the third one was... I don't think it melted at all. I think I got it out right away. I was concerned while cooking that the little bits of plastic might have something happen with them, but it was fine. So yes, it's not that I've never had anything go wrong, it's that I don't think I've ever ruined anything. Remember putting a bag of popcorn in the microwave? When the babysitter was over, when you were about 4, and you opened it, there was this black liquid in there. How long did you put it in the microwave, Bathwater? The closest to that I've even... Okay, so my big thing is just... My whole family cooks. Like, it was always a thing, we make our own stuff. Probably too long? I mean, yeah, clearly, but... It'd have to be in there a fucking while. It takes like 3 minutes to pop popcorn. So you put it at like 99 or something? It would take a while to do that, and no one noticed that happening? Popcorn's loud as shit. You were 4? I will grant you, being 4 is an excuse. But the babysitter not noticing at all is what I'm more calling attention to. This popcorn is not quiet. Just because a lot of my family's always cooked, I wouldn't say they've done especially... Not like especially complicated dishes at any point. It's only relatively recently I started I wouldn't quite call it from scratch, but definitely using a lot less pre-made stuff. Like, I make my own cheese sauce when I'm making, like, mac and cheese, but when I was younger, I just used the pre-made liquid stuff. Not that I dislike or have anything against the pre-made liquid stuff, I just kind of enjoy melting the cheese myself and putting whatever I want in it. It's a different flavor, you know? Not even sure there was a babysitter. Or if you're remembering wrong. I mean... yeah. I have no idea what's going on, but sounds cool, I'll give it a shot.
Oh, at last! Oh, at long last!
Young guard dog and little lost boy, trapped within an iron cage.
Is coming back at last!
Sorry. My hair is making you tear out your own. Goodness. I hope that's a compliment. It's based loosely on, actually, a combination of things. One of them is a hairstyle from Dragon Ball Xenoverse that I really like, but the sideburns were actually, my modeler was inspired by Link from Breath of the Wild to add these. Drawing it is hurting you and you don't know why. It's probably because it's really weird to look at. Like, it's supposed to be a ponytail up there, but that's hard to tell on a 2D model. Did the best with what we had, and... okay, so I didn't make the model, but I did rig it, which is why it's rigged very poorly. It gets my facial expression decently well. Like, but I couldn't figure out how to animate the hair. I couldn't figure out how to do that. For my next model, I'm getting the whole thing done by people who know how to do it.
Let me lead the way. Come on, I'll take you to see it. The little restaurant in the maze has a certain charm all its own. This way, this way! Everyone's already setting things up!
Everyone?
Not what I expected. Looks great, but yeah, the hair movement is what you're struggling with. Yeah.
Managing this place is bound to be full of endless, trivial responsibilities. Do you really intend to personally shoulder the leadership role?
I already accepted the invitation and arrived in the fairy's home, so it's only right that I personally see to things. Otherwise, by avoiding my duties, wouldn't I be merely posing as Imperator?
Even in a story, she can't pretend to be likable. As I expected.
They need no further introduction. Aglaya and Saritra are prominent figures with great expertise in managing teams.
Word had reached me that Cyrene found an excellent manager. Seeing you today, I must say, you do have a noble bearing.
Noble?
I, leader of the Akama Alliance, Imperator of the Holy City, shall serve as your restaurant supervisor.
Manager's
Should
assistant.
you have any questions about management, feel free to come and ask.
As for assembling the team...
Alright, they framed this silly enough that I want to keep playing it.
That's right. Those two should be back.
They usually make these pretty silly, but here it's like, even in context of the framing device, they're just making this up as they go.
Right on cue! We found lots of fairies willing to be waitstaff, and Trian's onboarding them as we speak!
The trial menu is ready too! Don't worry, these are all my best dishes. There won't be any issues.
Fine on as the chef. Game just keeps getting bigger.
Tribi, Trinan, Trian, responsible for our delivery service, and also great mentors for the team.
I was like thinking to myself the other day, because I like came across one of those, oh, if you could have any superpower, what'd you want? And like the two best answers are obviously you either want perfect shape-shifting, because then you can have damn near any power you want on demand, or teleportation, because you can break basically anything with that. And I was like thinking about it, it's like, what would I do with my life if I could just teleport? And I came to the conclusion I'd probably just be a really, really lazy delivery driver. For a Bathwater said something, and that got me for just any given thing. Then I could just sit in whatever restaurant I work in, pick it up, teleport to the place, knock on their door, and then teleport back. And I could spend most of my day not doing a damn thing. But I'd still bring in, like, pretty good salary, I think. Mind control, you want to make the world love you? Mind control would be a very powerful one, for sure. But I feel like you end up causing too many problems with that in the long run. Like, it's not the kind of power you can really keep to yourself with.
And of course, Finan.
And if you got superpowers, you want to keep to yourself.
Cook. He's acting as the restaurant's provisional head chef.
Think I can only rustle up provisions? No way. I make
Not what that
proper,
meant.
serious dishes. If you don't believe me, I'll show you what I can do. Right here.
The theory wait staff are all itching to start. No point in delaying. Time to test the results of everyone's training.
Here are the results of my training! Did anyone play Supersonic Warriors?
Than I expected. Since everyone's ready.
I think it was a fairly popular GBA Dragon Ball. Like, some of the voice lines in that are stuck in my head.
All right, let's start the first day of operations. It's all up to you now, manager.
You want to dominate? But Bathwater... I don't know. I feel like dominate is the opposite of where you sit on that line, Bathwater. I feel like you enjoy being told what to do too much. Open the game. Observe their needs, click on menu items to place orders to the kitchen. After ordering, the kitchen will prepare meals in sequential order. Order in advance, and up to 3 portions of each dish can be stored. The meal is ready, the bubble above the customer's head will light up. Click to assign a waiter to serve the meal. Add the lit bubble to start serving meals. Yeah, we got some ready for you. With only one thing on the menu, this is exceptionally easy. Got your wallet with you? You decide what is right and wrong for everyone. Justly dominate. I don't know. I feel like you'd crack under the pressure with how you act a lot of the time. Ah.
Everyone's delighted. We really love it. Thank you.
Do mems have taste buds?
I hereby declare, the Fairy Restaurant's very first day of business has come to a perfect close. Of course, it must have been a breeze for you, right? Not going to say a few words?
Literally sat there pressing one button. No faith in you? I just have... It's not that I lack faith in you, Bathwater. It's just I have faith in this other thing way, way more. Yeah, thanks. I like to keep a low profile.
Then I'll say it for you. Thank you, everyone, for your hard work. Most of all, our honorable manager.
However, if we want to offer the fairies a wider variety of dishes, our current range of ingredients is still quite lacking.
Well, absolutely. If we don't keep updating the menu, the guests will get tired of the same old dishes.
Oh, that won't be a problem. I foresaw this and hired 2 experts in agriculture and forestry.
Agriculture and forestry.
Though I must say, one of them took quite a bit of effort to convince. But in the end, it all worked out. They should be at the farm right now.
Glaya, you're amazing as always. All right, let's go take a look at the expert's work.
Professor Anaxa, can you truly solve the limited sunlight problem?
Refer to me as Anaxagoras, Hyacinth. A field trip is no excuse to disregard classroom discipline.
Not in your class anymore.
It's really them! Anaxa of the 7 Sages and Hyacinth of the Twilight Courtyard.
Stop calling me that.
Firstly, call me Anaxagoras. Secondly,
love how the
I
title
have no
above his head is
interest in feeding
still
small
Anaxa.
creatures. My assistant will take care of trivial chores.
Don't let the professor's cold demeanor fool you. When we first arrived, he was the most excited of all. He was going on and on. This is a miracle of alchemy. And then dove right toward those tiny critters. Honestly, I was worried he'd toss the fairies into a matrix right then and there.
I wouldn't go that far. At most, I take a few samples for research purposes.
Samples of what?
That's probably not allowed either. I was talking so much that I almost forgot what you came here for. Grayi, you're curious about the farmland, right? The professor just finished developing some crops perfect for the local environment. If you're interested, you can try planting some yourself.
Let me farm in the maze already. Alright, how's this work? Growing crops requires money. Click or drag over empty farmland plots to plant crops.
All done. Now we just wait a day and the field will be full of ripe crops. Don't forget to harvest on time.
You can't tell me what to do. The ecology of Membrance Maze is just amazing.
Given
It's
that
just a
these two are
Membrance Mazing.
experts from the Academy of Reason, something this trivial should be no trouble at all for them.
Feel like narrator Cyrene should be the one telling me that.
Ever since we arrived in the maze, it's been one thing after another. I'm feeling a little worn out. I'm starting to feel sleepy too. I guess it's time to wind down. All right, we'll meet here again tomorrow.
Day 2. Not voiced anymore? Little Gray, hurry up! Look, the fairies are already lining up outside the restaurant. Why isn't it open yet? Growing fur roots here. They just very abruptly stopped voicing it. That's weird. I believe our soft launch is already such a hit. Crops in the field should be ready too. Now it's time to go all out, partner. Looks like our head chef can't wait to get started. Why don't we open for business now? Let's not keep the fairies waiting. Alright. Before we open for the day, I need to confirm. What's your vision for the restaurant's future? As the supervisor, I need to plan accordingly based on your direction. Plan? I really get that stuff. Isn't it enough if more fairies come to eat? We're just talking traffic. We've got 2 approaches. Run discounts or boost table turnover. Each one puts different demands on the team. More customers means more management pressure, which is not always a good thing. Long-term goal really would help. Kylus, mind picking a direction for us to aim toward? Become a Michelin 3-star restaurant. Now, that sounds fun. Everyone working together, overcoming challenges to raise our rating, becoming the most beloved restaurant in the end. That's a fun story, don't you think? As it happens, I picked this up on the way here. The Michelin Gourmet Guide. Attention everyone, The Membrance Maze's food review is about to begin. Invited restaurants should deliver their dishes to the Wondrous Woods. Late entries will not be accepted. The review council meets regularly. Panel consists of 2 fairy representatives and 1 special guest. Rating standards are as follows. 1 star. an excellent restaurant. 2 stars, an outstanding restaurant worth a detour. 3 stars, extraordinary restaurant worth organizing a special trip for. 4 stars, can't think of anything better. Reminder, attempting to bribe judges with delicious food is strictly forbidden. Absolutely not allowed. Little place isn't even listed yet, so no stars to speak of. Since the review is held regularly, why don't we set our ultimate goal as becoming a Michelin 4-star restaurant? You totally just made that up on the spot, didn't you? Oh, I only borrowed the name you mentioned. Promise the rest of the story will be completely original. I don't mind. It's a golden opportunity to build our reputation. We can boost our rating, will attract even more customers. Besides, simply submitting our dishes for review won't interfere with regular operations. And it's settled. Kylus, you just might become the very first 4-star restaurant owner in the entire maze. Goal, 4-star restaurant. Such energy. Count me in. Goal, 4 stars. Little Gray, don't forget there's something else. Guidebook says we need to submit the restaurant's name when we enter the review. Right? We've all just been calling it the Fairy Restaurant this whole time. Well, let's leave the naming to our manager. Gotta sound impressive and appealing too. Naming. A task that has driven you to the brink many times before. Once again, you search through your mental archives, hoping to find the perfect name that captures your vision. My restaurant shall be called Trailblazer's Hearth, Maze Grand Hotel, ID's Elysier Community Canteen, Chrysos Air Activity Center, Custom Name 2. Let's just go with the Trailblazer's Hearth. Naming your domain after yourself. Now that's the audacity of a true monarch. Excellent, I approve. Well, if that's your final choice, I'll make it official. Let's see the dialogue for other stuff. Maze Grand Hotel. We love that one. Makes us think of a banquet full of tasty treats. Sounds super grand, too. ID's Elysier Community Canteen. I've got no issue with that name. It's a shame no one from the village can actually come dine in the maze. Chrysos Air Activity Center? Saying weird things again. If you like it, I'm sure there's some special meaning behind it. Custom Name 2. My dear subjects all consider silence a virtue. Seems I should learn from them this time. Trailblazer's Hearth. Got it. From this moment on, the restaurant shall be known as the Trailblazer's Hearth. Gourmet review will be held after closing today. Until then, everyone, focus on boosting our revenue. We can't even meet our baseline income target. Showing up for the review would just make us a laughingstock. Oh, and one more thing. Mission is to serve the fairies great food. It means our dishes must remain front and center. We keep arguing, the fairies' stomachs will start growling. Save the rest for after we open the doors. We'll be counting on you. I hereby declare the Trailblazer's Hearth is officially open for business. For your restaurant, first need to reach total revenue target. Besides revenue, we'll need to complete essential management missions too. Crops planted are ready. Quick harvest. Crop stock will increase. Leave the rest to you, Gray. Go ahead and sow the seeds however you like. Do even between them. For now. Develop the colorful salad needed to promote the restaurant. Manager's Handbook, which is where we get all the rewards. Care stuff. Light Cone rewards. What is this Light Cone? It's a Harmony Light Cone, again. Increase the wearer's attack 16%. Where use skill, increase attack 8%, stacking up to 3 times. So, a Harmony attack scaling character. I feel like there's not a lot of those. Limited rewards. All that stuff. Yeah, like I thought, looks like the rest of it's not going to be too interesting, because they very violently stopped, recording voice dialogue voice lines for it. I'm not sure why they went so hard on it, but, you know. But, yeah, I think that is what's going to call it for HSR. The stream is not ending yet, don't worry. I knew there wasn't too much in it, but I think I will stop this recording for YouTube here. Thank you so much for coming to the game. If you didn't come, you don't get a thank you. Don't worry, stream's still going, just gonna switch to a different game. Goodbye, YouTube, but I'll also be double uploading this day of YouTube, so how goodbye is it, really?